Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome to the BioShock Infinite Any Percent tutorial. A lot of people have been wanting this. After HRH mod being allowed, a lot of people are learning how to play the game, and I think it's about time that this was made. Proto had been working on a tutorial for over a year, and unfortunately his hard drive died, and it lost all of what he had going for the tutorial. But I think that a tutorial needs to be made. This isn't going to be like an in-depth tutorial like he was planning on doing. This is just going to be me going through the game and explaining what I'm doing as I go, kind of. I'm going to hold your hand just a little bit. Not too much, though. But for starters, you can see I'm running the HRH mod. I am using the very low settings, but I have super low config, so I went into the config and just turned off bloom and distortion and different things like that that slow down the game just a bit. I'm just going to show you the normal any percent strats. So you go to main game, new game. I'm also going to skip through cutscenes that are long, so this first one I'll be cutting through. So see you on the other end of this cutscene. At the moment you arrive here on the ladder, you'll just be seeing me run through most of the areas in the game until we get to a skip. So here, you just can follow along where I go. My controls are laid out to what I use. You can do your controls however you like. I use down scroll for jump, up scroll for grabbing items. F is also for grabbing items, and spacebar is also for jump. Oh, whoops. I was trying to grab what was in that barrel. I think a pear is in that barrel. So these are the bells. You just go 1, 2, 2. You can use up scroll or just spam F to go through that really fast, like whoop, just like that. So this takes a while. I'll cut to the end of this part. Alright, so once this door opens, you'd go over to this chair and go on it. Once it says there, I'm just gonna go to Welcome Center real quick, because it's like a 6-minute long cutscene. Not actually 6 minutes. It's long though. I think Welcome Center is where you end up though after it. Should be the giant church. Yep. All right. So we're now at the giant church. This is the rocket shuttle that you jump out of. When you're in the Welcome Center, you actually want to just jump in intervals. So like at the top of that staircase here, it makes you go a bit faster. Don't spam jump. You spam jump, you'll actually lose speed, but jumping actually makes you go a bit faster. Jump at the top of every staircase though. You'll go down a lot faster. Maybe saves like a second at most throughout this area. And then here, there's a lot more waiting. The early part of this game is pretty slow. But you wait for Preacher Whitting to finish talking, and it'll bring you to where you need to go.
Brother, the only way to Columbia is through rebirth in the sweet waters of baptism. Will you be cleansed, brother?
And we're gonna want to go, yep, thank you.
I baptize you in the name of our prophet, in the name of our founders, and the name of our Lord.
He's now gonna make us pass out. We're going conscious, and we're gonna wake up in Booker's office. Alright, so now we're in Columbia, or well, we were before, but now we're in this part of Columbia. I don't think you need to jump through here. It might make you go a little bit faster, but I'm jumping because I'm bored. Alright, so this is the first skip in the game. You head on over here and you wait for the high note. There. not really a high note, just it's a note that you'll get used to hearing. You just jump around that invisible barrier by strafe jumping, and you head on over this way. That first jump isn't difficult once you just get, like, comfortable with the way this game controls movement. The game is kind of unique in that, like, in the air you can change direction pretty easily. So you can pull off some pretty precise movement in BioShock. Here's just another part where we wait, is the parade. So it's a soft cutscene. Not a whole lot to do around here while you wait. You can climb up this. That's actually something you'll see a lot later on, is you need a high FPS to play this speedrun. A good computer. So you can pull off elevators. We're actually gonna skip the Columbia Raffle and Fair. I'm gonna show you guys both jumps, I think. Yeah, I'll try to show you the new strategy. And first I'll show you the old one, which is only like maybe like 15 seconds slower at most. Not a whole lot slower, but it's slow enough that running that one running the game at higher spots on the leaderboard, it probably matters to go over here. So you'd go over here, but I'll show you this first. This is the old raffle skip. And then over here, this is easier with a lower frame rate. The higher your frame rate, the more difficult this is. Jump on the sign, jump on these statues, jump up here, jump on top of these statues, and then jump over onto here. I accidentally grabbed possession, by the way. Don't want to do that. But once you jump up here, you'd go over here and jump right off of here into nothingness. Just sprint jump out that way. I'm not going to because I need to show how to do these other jumps. So I'll do that real quick. Alright, so to do this version of the skip, you need a decent FPS. There's two ways to do this. There's one right here that I have an impossible time doing, but it's the one that I found. You're just getting on top of one of these prongs and then jumping towards like about right here on the leaderboard. What the heck? On the staircase. But the other one is right here. This one I think is easier. You just jump out here and then spam jump. You're aiming for right about here. Then you're gonna want to jump up, and this is kind of a slope invisible. You can go on this, and then you're gonna. Here, I'll show you. A lot more inconsistent than the other strat, but there you go. That's getting it. And then you jump over here and jump onto this invisible thing and out into the void. And you're at the end of this area. Over there's the blue ribbon. You're going to want to head over there. Alright, so this is the blue ribbon. The game starts picking up a lot of pace right here. I have the Industrial Revolution on. So I get these. These are really important. You want the Industrial Revolution pack so that you can get this. You can also activate some other DLC to get some other stuff. You can get a ton of, what are they called? Infusions. So you can get a ton of salt. But I'm not going to do that. So you're just going to want to grab Sugar Rush, Amen Nemesis, and Fleet Feet. Now, this depends on your playstyle. Fleet Feet is useful for pulling off a couple different skips. It can make it so it's easier to strafe and stuff in air, making some skips just a little bit easier. Handyman Nemesis makes it so you can finish off the Handyman in Finkton faster. I think I'm going to take this one. To access this, press O, by the way. Press O, and then that. There might be a way to get to gears faster, but I just know O does the trick. Once you're in here, Grab the infusion off of her. These are the loot tests, you'll see them a lot. Running through here, open that, there's nothing in there. Grab those sodas, jump over here, you're going to want this sugar rush boost. And then you can just jump on these skyline hooks. You can get through there a bit faster than the way that I did it, but I wasn't fast enough getting through there to pull it off correctly because I didn't grab the initial food. There's a whole lot of places you can grab sugar rush items throughout this run. I'll try to show you as many of them as possible. That's one of them. There was nothing in there though. The moment you enter this house, fire, that'll make them bust through this. You can throw that at them and grab food if they drop it, if you're lucky. Whoops, I got caught in that. There's also food in that trash can, so you can get through here faster. But yeah, I throw a fireball at them so that I can get food sometimes. Depends on how lucky you are. There's also food in the middle of that. You can grab that apple and go through here a bit quicker. I don't usually grab these infusions, but I'm going to show you where these infusions are along the route. I kill this guy in case he has sugar rush boost. You want to grab the one that's right here, put in salts. You don't really ever have a reason to put it in any other thing unless you want to. It would make it death warps a lot slower. Also make them more difficult to set up. Right. You're just going to want to run through here. We're going to come across our first crow up ahead. You can jump on this and grab the soda and money. Gets you up here faster. And there's this cutscene. This isn't very long, it's 10 seconds at most. Yeah, that's the fact. So this is the crow. What you're going to want to do is just go over here. Start charging up once you're halfway across the bridge. Throw down a trap. Then throw down another trap. Grab that. And he'll immediately blow up and die.
What's this? Kind of vigor?
When you go on this hook, you don't have to go to that hook right there. You can go down to that one right there instead. Save you a bit of time. Up ahead, we'll be doing our first difficult, precise trick. It's one of the most precise tricks in the game. There's soda pops on the ground here, grab those. There's also food right here sometimes, you can grab that and then shoot one of those ladies. And they can also have food and get you through here faster. Run out to here and throw yourself at the bottom of that. So these are rails. You'll see a lot of rails throughout the game, but we're gonna try to pull off barge or cargo skip up here. So you're gonna want to pull this lever. I'm gonna kill this guy just to make it easier so I have time to focus on this, but I'm gonna pull this lever, come out here, and I'm gonna aim for about the bottom of that star right there. Just about there once it's going down. So pull this lever, you have to do this quick. It's really precise too. Nope, I didn't get it. I'm gonna go for it again here. There you go. That's what that looks like. And we're gonna just want to jump out onto this, and you'll be up here. Don't jump off of this, or else you'll get on this rail and you won't be able to get off. So just fall off of that and fall down to here. And this is the tolling. Alright, so This is kind of boring, but you do get the opportunity to throw some fire traps out towards that door right there once this ship lifts up. I think it's once we're like half this halfway point, past this halfway point, it'll lift up.
You don't know me, pal.
Right, now's our opportunity. You're gonna want to aim right about there and throw down fire traps. You're trying to get them on that door. There you go. That will kill some dudes, maybe. There is a chance that 2 dudes in there won't spawn, and that's only 3 people that run onto the wing right here.
Gotta find the controls to take this thing to Monument Island. Okay, I'm sure I can get this thing going.
The Lord forgives everything, but I'm just a prophet, so I don't have to. Amen.
Amen.
Now we're going to be going to Monument Tower, which is a pretty boring part of the game, so I'll be skipping through most of it, probably. But I'm going to want to show you guys the sugar rush routing. You're going to want to land right about there, then grab this carton of cigarettes right here. I'll give you a sugar rush boost up to here. This is Manya Tower. This is where we get Liz. When you jump up to hooks, sky hooks, you see me wiggle sometimes. That's to kind of unlock the camera in a fashion. This is the sugar rush routing, by the way. But yeah, when you wiggle that, it unlocks the camera. There's another infusion right here. I'm just going to put in the salts. You're going to want to learn just to do this every time you jump to a sky hook. So this part of the game is going to be a little bit boring, but I'll probably show you guys a bit of it. There's a lot of geometry that you can get stuck on, by the way, so especially going through here, so you're going to want to take wide angles or wide turns. There you go. That's Liz.
That's her.
At the end of this, by the way, you're going to want to get ready to grab the coffee right there, because it'll give you a small sugar rush boost through here. There's popcorn back there if you want popcorn. Kind of creepy, but now this door's going to open. Go down and press that sign, and then this door will open. Some people like to crouch and spam shift. It kind of gets you through the door, maybe like 0.2 faster per door, maybe at most. So I don't even know if it does save time, but if it does, yeah, it's not by much. But there's a thing you can do if you'd like. Just crouch at the entrance of the door and shift to go through it.
Whoa!
Now that this scene's over, we're gonna run back through this door.
Nothing to do with the job at hand.
And go up here. Up ahead is another long cutscene.
Worse all the time.
So
Holy shit. Alright. I can do this.
I'll see you on the other end of this cutscene. So, that was the end of that cutscene. This door will unlock, Liz will run through it, and then you're just going to want to go through the door. So, running through here, you have to be careful. You're going to want to learn to jump when the bird shakes the building. There's a couple different places where it's cued. But if you jump incorrectly sometimes, or you spam jump, it will shake you into having really slow movement speed. So you're going to want to try to avoid that.
Call the elevator! What? The hell is that thing?
And then run into this spot right here, and Liz will go into the wall. That doesn't save any time, it's a silly glitch.
Why? Why did they put me in here? What am I? What am I?
You're the girl who's getting out of this tower.
The elevator will fall down on this dude, and we'll be able to go through here, but you don't want to jump going out of here. You can't jump onto that second one, so you just kind of fall down to the left, down to this one, or else you'll get caught in some different stupid geometry.
We have to keep moving. Tear this building apart.
Careful, Elizabeth.
How do you know?
Up here, we're going to be waiting for the queue on the top right. You'll see the game say saving progress, or saving profile. Once we're right about there, you're going to want to go boom, restart checkpoint. This gives us a bit of movement speed running up to the top of this, so we'll actually outrun Liz if I would have pressed escape earlier. Nope, I'll still do it. Otherwise you'd have impeded movement speed. So then this is going to be a long cutscene. What? Yeah, after this, you'll be in BioShock A. So, see you on the other side of this cutscene. We'll be in BioShock A. Wait, nope, I'm wrong. First, we gotta go to Booker's office again. It's just another case of opening the door. You do it a couple times out of the game. Alright, so we're back in Booker's office again. This time with Liz. Make her dress freak out by clicking and spamming jump. And then this will bring us to BioShock A. So BioShock A is an area of the game where I have a lot of practice and a lot of time played. So there's a skip up ahead that I'm going to try to go over and give a full rundown of how to do it, because there's a skip that a lot of people have a lot of trouble learning. But once you get the hang of it, you really get the hang of it, and you're able to do it
Land of the living.
almost consistently. I'd say I can get it 3 out of 4 times now.
Almost drowned. You need some.
Said, I'm fine. Just give me a minute.
Do you hear that? It's music.
Go on. I just need to.
Okay, I won't be long. I won't be long, Miss.
Through this part of the game, there's going to be a bit of Sugar Rush routing still. If you're wondering why there's like weird like shifts to where the camera is and why some characters have been frozen, that's because I don't have fade in and fade out effects, because I think it's Bloom does that, or distortion or something.
Hey, I'm looking for airship. That could be our ticket out. Hey, miss it.
Go right now.
This can save a little bit of time if there's food in there, and there was, so you're gonna go up to this turnstile, get through it. And then here, there's a lot of quick Sugar Rush grabbing. When you pop in, grab right there, grab what's on there, go over here, grab that, grab that, and then grab that. So this is the jump. This skips talking to these folks. If you're doing like your first couple runs, you're probably still going to want to talk to them. But we're just going to do this. We're going to go on top of this barrel. Now keep in mind, this extends out farther than you think it does. You can really stand on things for pretty good, up until about right there. You're aiming for not this corner, but this little yellow, like in between these two yellow ones right there. Not this third one, that guy's useless, but these two right here. You're aiming to jump towards those dudes on top from this barrel. And you want to like jump forward and then hold right. I didn't try to do it right there. I just wanted to show you where you're jumping. So you do that. But you want to shift. I wasn't shifting, so that's why I wasn't getting it, but I just want to show you the movement. Shift, and there's a bit of a delay, so you want to make sure that you're shifting and then holding forward. Like that. See, when the field of view kind of drags out a little tiny bit, you can see the field of view just increase a bit when I shift. That's what you're looking for when you're on this barrel. The moment that it shifts, you want to go right. Or that's when you want to jump, because that means you're sprinting. There you go. It's about getting the sprint. That's 100% what it is. You want to just make sure that you're getting the sprint. Right. So that's what it looks like. That skip is very difficult though. So if you spend a lot of time learning it, just remember that you're sprinting. You want to jump at like the last moment that you can, because then your sprint will be active. And then you're strafing, so like right about when you reach this spot, you want to just collide with the right side of this, or this left side right here. You want to hold right though, and then you'll pop up onto here. And then immediately after, just jump up here, and you're free. Ahead is the most infamous part of this game that has been changed a lot recently, so if you don't have HRH mod installed, like you should, or if you just want to do like vanilla any percent, then you don't have to, but get Liz to unlock that door. Her hands are going to have the boxes now from now on. But if you have the mod on, you press F5, and when I go over here, this box is Hill Runner's hat. From what I understand, you can actually also go over to Flambeau, and he should also have it. No, he doesn't. Okay, never mind. Listen to me. Don't catch this coin. You want to come up here and actually catch the coin.
What was it that...
Excuse me?
So, just come over there and have her throw it. You can also go up here and get caught on some geometry and do a super jump, but it's easier if your frame rate's lower. Like, wedge yourself right there if you have a lower frame rate. My frame rate's too high to do that super jump, though. You can give it like 2 or 3 times every time you get there, though. So for both of this and when you talk to Slate, you're going to want to be spamming Q for the QuickTime event option, if that's what it is. It's just an option of how to play, but I'll start spamming Q. There's these dudes, just kill them. Doesn't really matter how fast you kill them, I don't think, if I remember correctly. It all ends up the same, because no matter what, there's going to be dudes busting through here. While you're in here, you can just grab whatever you want. You want to make sure that you do have HRH active, though, like I do. And then you're going to want to stand up here. You don't want to let these dudes kill you so that your shield breaks and you'll get your first HRH boost. Then kill these 2 dudes and grab food. Then check this trash can, get food.
Get away from me!
Come back here!
And then there's this cutscene. This is really long, so I'll cut to this. Alright, now that we're up here, we'll regain our control. You don't want to run to the right, though, because there's a banana, I think, on a hot dog stand. Is that what it is? Yep, there you go. grab that, and you can get up here just a bit faster. And then we're off to Soldier's Field. So once you're in Soldier's Field, you're going to want to go over here. I like to drop down right here and grab food in case there is food there, but there wasn't this time. Go to this. Okay, there we go. I don't know why that door wasn't dropping. Or the gate. Talk to Liz to get her to unlock that door, but she won't. It'll make it so you can immediately open this gate. It saves like 3 seconds.
Shock jockey. Who needs the power company?
Just run to the right. If you're feeling lucky, you can run over this way just a bit off path and try to grab food there. There was food this time, so I got a sugar rush boost. Jump on these sky hooks to right there. Now here you're gonna want to load to have like, I think it's a 140 to 180 frame rate that you're aiming for the optimal climbing. This is the first elevator. You're just gonna strafe shift jump around and press yourself looking forward towards that wall right there. So there's an invisible wall right here blocking us from doing it, but we just strafe around it. And I like to scroll wheel jump all the way up it. While you're climbing, you're looking for your sweet spot for like what gets your FPS to the perfect point. For me, it's looking right about there while I'm recording. But there you go. You're gonna want to follow exactly where I run right here. So I run out to here, and I look left. I'm aiming right about down the middle of this. And then once I get to this point, I like to go along these little knobs of the billboard on its back, and then drop down here. Don't go too far left. Once you're down here, it's really precise, but you're gonna want to follow where I jump. Okay, this is difficult to explain, but down there is walls. They're kind of a bit off of the gray walls, but it's like right there, and then right along there, and then there's a little, like, I think it's books. It's like a library, a bookshelf case thing right there. You're gonna want to jump over top of it, but you're gonna want to land somewhere right there. And the moment you land, you want to spam jump. Scroll wheel's the easiest for a spamming jump. That's what you're aiming for. That's what I do. So I go like this, and I spam jump the moment I land. Uh-oh. Alright. I was a bit low, meaning I didn't get good speed going down, but do what I did there, and you'll be fine. Mine was a bit short, though.
Is something wrong?
When we strike, we will teach Cornelius Slate, son of
So, there's no exact way to do this. I'm just going to show you how I do it. Whoops, I didn't get that guy killed, but there you go. That's him killed. So then there's this guy. It's a dick to me, I guess he missed it, but there you go. He jumps off of there. He didn't hit the fire this time, but if you just follow what I did in that fight, you'll be pretty good most of the time. You want to run down here and grab this, though, from this crow, because this can be used during the handyman fight later in the game.
Line's clear.
Right here, you're going to want to make sure you have your machine gun in hand, because you're going to want to go over to this RPG right here, swap it out, grab the RPG ammo, grab whatever's in there, and sugar rush boost. So this is a major part of the game, is HRH boosting throughout the game with explosive weapons. Now we're in Hall of Heroes. There's 3 death warps in Hall of Heroes, each varying in difficulty. I've done a tutorial on this first one before. I think that Fearful Ferret's explanation of how to do these death warps is the best explanation video, like, ever. So I'd recommend listening to that, but we're gonna go in here. I don't know if I have enough. Okay, so I did. grab that and just do this. That was a death warp. I've done a better video of explaining it, but I'll explain death warps in a bit. You're gonna have to get comfortable with the way that like death warps work. You have to be able to judge how many shots it'll take to kill yourself with a RPG. So usually what it would look like is right about here. I think it needs to be a bit lower on the health, but go like that. Yeah, okay. Now I'll show you. You want the health, which is the bottom one right there, to be at about that point. And once it's at that point, you want to have 2 shots in your RPG slot. One will be used to lower your health down and activate the RPG, and then once your shield is respawning, you want to, like, once it's at full or nearly full on the shield, when it's recharging, you want to do the death warp. So something like that. With that one, I used Sugar Rush also, though. So I searched in one of these cans for a food item and implemented Sugar Rush into it. That's the first death warp. That one's really difficult to do, really difficult to explain, but I think if you can do the normal old strats through there, it'll only be 50 seconds slower or so. But until you get comfortable with how super jumps work, yeah, just do that. You just jump out as far as you can to right about here. There's a couple different zones. You don't want to jump out too far, but you don't want to jump out. It's really hard to jump out too far, but you don't want to jump too short. Alright, so this is the second death warp in Hall of Heroes. I'm going to want to lower my health down to the 1 shot. There are 3 zones to this death warp. 1 is too short, 1 is perfect, and 1 is too far. If you get the banner at the top of your screen, that means that you got the perfect one. But if you get the banner and slate text at the bottom, that means you jumped too far. So where I try to aim is right about right here. Trying to sprint jump and shoot myself right there. Like that. That's perfect. So you don't want HRH boost or Sugar Rush boost. You want to just run out here and jump right about there. So I get the Memorial to Our Lady. Not a banner, my bad, but the Memorial to Our Lady, and I didn't get slate text at the bottom. That was the perfect distance for a jump. Once you spawn in, just activate that, and then try to lower your health a bit. And then up here, okay, so what I did was I went back there and I made it so the dudes there spawned in. Then you run back this way, come into here. You can lay down some fire traps if you want, so that there's dudes with maybe a Sugar Rush boost there. Make Liz open this door, by the way. Run through here. Normally, if you're doing fast strats, you want to do the first rocket right here. I think I'm actually a rocket short. Okay, so I got a food item. So a food item can act as a backup strat for this. This isn't as difficult as the first death warp. This is slate fight skip though. I want to activate my HH boost and then go like this. That was perfect. You want to death warp through there with HRH boost. Like I said, Fearful Ferret has a much better tutorial explaining how to do it. I'm not good at explaining things. Oh, I'm making this tutorial, but that's all there is to it. You'd want to shoot right there and then run out this way. And right as like your shield is recharging and you have 1 sliver of health, you'd want to death warp or shoot through that door. So it kills yourself, by the way. If you, in the case you couldn't tell, you're killing yourself. And you're just launching your body to hit checkpoints. You go through there, you want to run through that box. You just kind of follow my tracks if I miss saying what I'm doing. It's not super complicated. So we're spamming Q here too to spare slate. It's a bit faster than killing him. And the moment that's done, make sure that you press F and don't forget to grab Shock Jockey. You need Shock Jockey to progress through the game. Forgetting it is a big time loss. Alright, so I didn't need to use the backup strat of the Sugar Rush item for doing that death warp, so when I exit here, I'll have a small boost for a bit. Running back through here, 2 deads up here should be dead. They might have food. That guy had food. That guy had ammo. That's a good trade-off. There'll also be 2 dudes here. Kill them. And hope for a Sugar Rush boost. There's a Sugar Rush boost. There's a Sugar Rush boost. See if there's a Sugar Rush boost over here. There's a Sugar Rush boost. Switch to Shock Jockey. Fired at that. And then you exit, and we're returning to Hall of Heroes Plaza. There's a lot of boosts to be had throughout here, hopefully. So now that Bucking Bronco isn't something that we grab yet, what we're going to do when we jump down here is throw down that motorized Patriot. And then I like to go over here and go and kill these dudes. You have a lot of time to spend here, so because you have to wait for this rail to be opened. The rail's open now, but it usually takes a while. So once that rail is open, you just jump down there and hop off as soon as you can. Right here, you can grab Bucking Bronco. Make sure to press enter. Don't want to grab that on your way there, by the way, because there's a long cutscene that plays.
I don't think I understand how you do what you do.
I always thought of them as doors. When I was younger, I didn't just open one's
So I'm going to show you my setup for this. I like to go up here,
How do you do that? Whatever.
throw down some fire traps. Oh, I don't have enough salt, but there's salts right there. Put on that. I don't need any more RPG ammo, so we'll jump down here. And then go right here.
Oh, sweet child. That's where you're.
This is the pineapple house. I'm not gonna grab that.
Watch out, rockets!
So these rockets will come. I'm gonna switch to Bucking Bronco. I'm just gonna want to make sure that guy's dead. And then you were gonna want to jump up to this one. I don't think you can jump from there, actually. There you go. I think that guy actually fell off. Yep. Don't spawn in that motorized Patriot or the gun that's up there because it can throw off the enemies. So you're going to want to just stand down here and play the waiting game. Guys will come to you, unfortunately, if you go up there and mess around. Sometimes they spawn in the wrong area. Sometimes they spawn in the wrong area anyway. Hopefully they don't this time around.
Got ammo!
I'm gonna go ahead and start lowering my health.
You need salts!
Yeah, I'll go for some salts. Oh no, we got the permanent icon. For some reason, this guy's over here. I do believe some guys might have spawned incorrectly. We'll see though. Yeah, okay. Unless they're coming to me right now. Oh, they are, okay. Sometimes these guys get stuck and they're dinguses. think there was one more. Alright. That's all. Up here, go over here, and there will be a Patriot on this over there. I think that might have been perfect. There we go. And then I want to boost out to there. We have this to spawn over here.
It's done.
If I did this fast enough, there actually won't be dialogue. Yeah, so there's no dialogue, so I'm gonna have to show you the visual cue that I go for. I think I know the visual cue. Not 100% sure. I think this is what it is, though. I like to just get on top of this little thing right here, though. Wedge myself on there if I can. There you go. And usually there'd be a cue with the text and it going away after a certain line is said. I think it's right when we get to that right there. I'm gonna go like this. Hopefully I was close enough. Yep. I kind of took it safe and gave it some liberty, but you want to kill yourself and then go into here. Try and get caught in some stuff. If you're going too fast, it's really easy to get caught in geometry.
It's like they call you the false shepherd.
And you the lamb.
Let's not call each other that.
Suits me.
But if you are short on the jump, you don't have to do that death warp. That's not another thing that's necessary.
Hired me also wrote the signs.
Why?
But yeah, just look for that spot where I was when I was going up that and kill yourself once you reach that point also in a run, and you'll be fine. So this is a long thing, but there's still one more thing that we gotta do.
40 north by 74 west. That's not Paris, that's New York.
How'd you know that?
One thing I had in that tower was time, Mr. DeWitt. Time to study things like geography.
I owed money.
So right here, she's gonna start sobbing.
Wipe away my debt and
We're gonna just talk to her. Now we have a long cutscene. I'll see you at the other end of this cutscene. Alright, so we're at Finkton Docks now. This is just gonna be some routing. There's one skip during Finkton Docks and Beggar's Wharf. I go over here for Sugar Rush, by the way, and there's a beer there. That's just another strafe jump, by the way. Just gotta do what I did right there and you'll get it. It's not difficult. So right here, there's a small skip. You don't have to do this. It's not. You can just go and enter this door, but for anyone that wants to learn pro strats, it saves virtually no time. Hop over to this. You have a lot of room to work with on this. You can run for a bit. Break your shield. Run out of that. Run out of there. You can go through that pillar, by the way. So, and then you'll be able to go through here faster. Otherwise, Liz is in here slowing you down.
Elizabeth! Just hold up for a minute. I'm not angry with you. Hey, watch out! Move it! Move! God damn it! Don't go in there! No, no, no!
I'm just going to show you how I do this fight. Everyone has a different way of doing different parts of this game. This is the way I do this game. So he's gonna jump down here. We're gonna want to just kill him and make sure he doesn't drop the volley gun. Kill that guy, you get the volley gun from him, you go up here and you do this. This next part probably doesn't save any time, but I like to go out here, go up this, and then throw myself right there. I like to think that saves time. But what I was doing right there was I just hopped on a rail and then I went to the farthest back point on the other rail that you could, and it wedged me into the cargo and launched me forward through the rail. You can go through it really fast if your frame rate's really good and you get wedged really nice. So this is another long cutscene. Skipped into this. Alright, so we're at the worker induction site. Yep. Worker Induction Center. So here, a lot of people just like to go over here and grab some ammo. It's a nice restock point. And if you have more than 1,000, it's a good idea to go over here and just get the damage boost for that. If you can afford it, the damage boost for RPG. So volley gun and RPG boosts. You can also, if you want, if you have like a ton of money from really good luck, you can whatever else you feel comfortable upgrading. But from now on, when you give yourself a boost, you're going to want to aim a bit ahead, a bit more ahead, because it's going to break your shield and then some otherwise. So right when I enter here though, I like to just shoot the ground to break my shield, and it will make these 2 police officers run out. Then I loot them, then go down here. Whoops, okay, that works though. Oh, I didn't expect her to start that dialogue. It's probably because I ran too far towards the center over there. But get her working on unlocking that. Then you're going to want to throw down 2 fire vigor traps right here. And then this is the way that I do this. Go down here. That guy up there. And then this guy. That should be all of them. Oh, this guy, oh, he didn't get killed, that's why. You're gonna start lowering your health and then press this button. Then once Liz says her dialogue, you just kill yourself. Just like that. It will cancel her dialogue, and you'll be able to go right and do this next part. So this next part, it's gonna need a lot of explanation. Start lowering your health. Don't get your health too low while you're going down this, by the way. Okay, so I get it down to 2 shots. 1, and then don't have HRH boost. I don't recommend it unless you know the timing right. Wait for HRH boost to die. I'm going to go deathwarp through the back of this, and I'm going to hold forward. Don't let go forward until you see, like, it'll be white. You'll see your gun kind of reappear on the bottom right of your screen. The moment you see that, that's when you stop holding forward. Okay, so jump. I'm still holding it, and now I let go, and you're up here. So this part is feint and skip. You're gonna want to break your shield and then jump as far out as you can and go left, or if you have enough of like a jump, you can go all the way straight out, but I like to strafe around this white chunk right here. So I'm gonna break my shield, jump out, and strafe to right about there. Jump down there, and you're down here now. Once you're down here, you can either go through there. I don't get it though. I don't usually, it doesn't work for me if I go over there, so I just go over here. Go up on this beam along the left side of this, and then whoops, jump over this, and then you'll be here. Don't shoot yourself running through here. These guys will break your shield for you. Don't kill any of these first 3 dudes. I do recommend killing those dudes. Whoops, didn't mean to shoot my own dude. So break my own shield, so I'm at 1 shot, and then death warp through this. This one isn't like the others. Liz doesn't revive you, so immediately you can just start running up and breaking shield. This is about the halfway point of the game. Actually, I'd say when you enter the worker induction center, that's about the halfway point of the game. Running through here, there's just a ton of bodies you can grab food from and sugar rush boost.
We need to take that elevator up.
And then, whoops, yep, I want to pull that one. Not that, not yet. Here's another long scene, but once she's done talking and doing whatever she does, we'll be able to pull that or talk on that telephone. So, once I'm able to talk on this telephone, I'll skip ahead. Alright, so now we're able to talk to Fitzroy on his phone. I think it's Fink, though.
Hello? Think?
So we've missed most of the story, but Fitzroy's mad at us for some reason. No, she's not mad at us. She just thinks that we're a ghost. Okay, so you can either stand and rub yourself against this wall you're going up, or you can just kill these 3 dudes, and you'd shoot back in that corner, but I'm just gonna kill them. We're here, unlock this door, and get ready for Fitzroy's fight. Now, I'm no master of Fitzroy's fight, but I'll show you how I do it. I'm also not a master of the final fight, but I'll show you how I know to do it. So I lay down 2 traps up there and try to switch to... Oh, I don't have... Okay, normally you'd jump over here and you'd use Bucking Bronco. Kill that handyman. Usually you'd be able to knock him off, but I wasn't able to, unfortunately. Now there will be a lot of dudes coming here and messing with your stuff. Oh, that was nice. There we go. Okay, yeah, I'll use that for sure. Where is this handyman? Get ready for this handyman to appear, though. Okay. I passed away. Doesn't really matter. I think most of those guys will now despawn, actually. But yeah, they can overwhelm you. And then... hopefully there's not a guy in here. I think a guy got wedged in there. Nope, there's just a guy hiding up here. Sometimes a guy can get stuck in there and it will throw off your game. But no, there's just a guy hiding up there. He probably was up there because I died. But yeah, you just want to spam Crow on the handyman. You can reload while using Vigors, or use Vigors while reloading. Just kill all the dudes as fast as you can, though. The machine gun is really useful. And I want to... Oh, I can't see my gun yet, but... Usually the handyman drops a gearbox. I wonder if it's hiding underneath them. I don't know where his gearbox is. Oh, there it is. So, you can grab something from there if you find something that you might want. Usually there's nothing in the game that you'd want, though. Yeah, we're gonna come for Liz.
Whoa, hey, easy.
I'm gonna go grab my gun though. Can I still not grab it? You can go in here and grab this infusion if you'd like though.
Perfect.
I'm gonna go swap this out there real quick.
Listen, I think you should talk to me.
So up here there's gonna be more cutscene, but there is a spot where we have to interact with something again, so I'll just show you me interacting with that in case you get lost or can't figure it out on your own. Oh, while recording I got a Twitch follow. Cool.
Listen,
I forgot that I had browser source on.
how do I do what?
Forget. How do you wash away the things that you've done?
You don't. Just learn to live with it.
You can see that Liz in fact does not have legs. It is all a ruse.
Or Paris?
Now her dress is all messed up.
Go faster.
Alright, we interact with that and then we get a cutscene. So, I'll see you at the end of this cutscene. Alright, so now we're in Emporia, however you pronounce that. There are strats that I've found to skip this part a little bit. It's slow though and it's difficult and it's not worth. Hopefully in the future that will change and there will actually be a viable way to skip these two busters.
Stop it! You don't know what you're doing!
But there's just a scene here that we're going to deal with.
You've done it now. He's coming back. He's coming back.
The notes were correct.
The instrument was not.
One needs both. Attention.
But if you know how to sing to him,
Take you where
Take that card. By the way, I was messing around with Liz's dress too much.
and needed where we are.
So Comstock uses these songs. Are there others we can use? Something to keep the bird off our back?
perhaps you should ask the maestro himself.
So where is he? Of course.
Immediately interact with the piano.
Well, at least they left the piano.
That's Comstock House. If we're gonna find him, let's start.
Up here, there's a jump that you're going to want to pull off. HRH boost makes it easy, but you don't need HRH boost. Basically, about right here on the bridge, you're going to be wanting to jump for that spot right over there. You want to make sure that you cut that corner, though. Don't walk anywhere right there, because that'll make some enemies spawn. But they didn't spawn, so that's good.
Gotta lock
After getting Liz to unlock that, you're going to want to walk over here.
about that song that brings in the bird.
And then walk back,
When I was younger, I used to be.
and it's already unlocked.
I heard it.
Now, you can usually stop here just as a checkpoint to grab whatever you like. I'm actually going to grab a lot of stuff. I'm going to grab you, and you. I'm going to get a lot of screens though. There we go.
Until I grew up. I hated him. Because he was my warden. He's just Comstock's pet.
Okay. There will be a little ship coming in, so we're going to want to get ready for that. It's pretty easy to wipe out really quick, but sometimes it isn't.
New York.
Sometimes it gets annoying and takes a minute.
Hope none of the prophet's magic is rubbing off on you.
So I like to get ready right here and cast that.
Found ammo! Catch, Booker!
Okay. Gotta unlock that. You can loot these dudes if you'd like. Sometimes some of these doors can be left open. I think it's if Liz is in them, but if she's like in this doorway, these doors will be left open for some reason. So this is giant balloons.
They, well, at least she
This is the memeiest part of the game.
that allows the city to float.
Giant balloons.
Quantum particles, suspended in space-time at a fixed height.
So, not giant balloons?
But the thing is, my book said they disappeared several years ago.
No, you didn't. You sure that's right?
I'm actually just stuck right now, so that's why. There we go.
No. That's not a subjunctive.
I don't think the syntax has been invented yet.
It would have had to have been.
They seem to want to help.
They seem to be out of their minds.
Odd, isn't it?
What's odd?
But they sometimes...
Finish each other's sentences?
Exactly.
It would be odder if we didn't.
How do you suppose they manage that?
I'll get back to you after I figure out the floating city bit. Come on, Comstock House.
Right, so there's going to be a deathwarp up ahead that I'm going to want to get ready for. Just when you're running through this part of the map, you can... Okay. That's probably about good. So I lowered my health. Then get up here and just... Whoops, what the heck? I don't know why that was delayed, but I'll just do it again real quick. I felt like my shot was just delayed by a bit. And then we're gonna go and do it just again. There we go, that's better. So, yeah, that's, you don't have to death warp super hard going through there, but
Did you take a look at this lock?
get her to unlock that and then walk around this corner so that those folks in there don't see you. There's a dude right down here, and then there's a dude up there. And then this is more cutscene,
Won't be able to return.
but I'll probably be with you for this one because
Open this.
it's not like all cutscene. There's actually stuff you have to do. So you go over there, unlock that, or try to get her too.
Let's hope we find one of those fools. This might be it.
Then you get that, and now it's cutscene.
If you put a person in a cage,
Elizabeth.
Alright, then you go over here. Make sure not to get in front of Liz when she runs over to this,
Elizabeth.
because it can take longer to
I will stop.
activate.
that is an oath you cannot keep. But promise me that if it comes to it, you will not let me take me back.
It won't come to that. Alright?
And then you go in here and enter this. This will take us to downtown Emporia. This is, I think, the shortest area in the game, but there's just two. It like normally would be probably the second longest after Finkton. It's a very long area in general, but not for us. There's two major skips that just skips everything for the most part. There's a third skip, but it cuts off maybe 8 seconds, and it's really hard to do. So I won't be showing you guys that one. I won't be bothering you guys with having to try to learn how to do that. Go over here. You want to make sure you have volley gun out. So you're gonna feel uncomfortable doing this skip the first couple times you try to do it. But once you got the hang of this skip, it's really easy. Jump out over here, and then you sprint out, and then just when you're falling, you'll pass by the sign. While you're passing by the sign, aim down sight for the volley gun, and then unaim. So just while you're passing, you just go like that. That's all you gotta do. Like this. I missed it, of course. Of course I missed it, but I almost got it. It's not difficult. There you go. That's all that is. And then while you're running through this part of the game, you want to make sure that you have charge on. You also want to be boosting yourself through this area. And then I'm going to want to charge over to that guy. Whoops. There we go. And then there's a guy you can charge to up here. I like to shoot him and then try to grab food if he has any. I like to run around to the right side of this. This is the death warp. Run around to the right side of this, by the way, for the most part, because you don't want to be too far to the left over there. Run up here, go like this, and you try to hold left while you jump through. I think my left click is broken because it seems like every time I try to shoot something, it is a bit delayed. That's weird. It's delayed by like a tenth of a second maybe. But after dying there, go up here. Make sure that you're walking on the rails all the way from back there, and then just jump up here and fall down here. And you'll be on the other side of that gate. That's all there is to Downtown Emporia. So this is Songbird Skip, not super difficult. Break your shield, run out here, strafe jump onto this, 1, 2, and then jump into the middle of the abyss. You have a longer time than what I did to jump on, run on it, but I fell short on purpose. You can go 1, 2, 3. If you go to the third one, immediately get to 3, jump, and imagine there's a V shape. You're aiming for the little corner front of it, right down this middle. So you gotta strafe jump towards the center of this. So, show you what it looks like if you get it. There you go. It's not super difficult. There's a bit of geometry you want to watch out for. You can collide with, but that's all there is to it. And then you'll activate that. Otherwise, you have to do a long cutscene with pulling that lever. But we get Liz with us instead. I'm gonna run back here, and this is charge skip thing. You have a lot of room to work with this, but I like to run to the top of the staircase right about here, right there. Just jump and charge to that. It'll highlight white if you can go to it. I don't want to get my health down to 1 tick though. Usually, or sometimes you can have some extra health and you can run and boost through here. I'm not gonna. You can also do a jump right here, saves like maybe 2 seconds. I'm not gonna do it though. Here, I'll try to get it real quick without boosting, which is difficult, but aiming for right there. That's all there is to it. Sometimes you miss it and it loses you like 10 seconds, so it's not worth the trade-off. But if you're feeling edgy, you can do that skip. Alright, so the reason I got my health down to 1 tick was so that we could do a death warp up here. Through here. I killed these 2 dudes because sometimes they can be annoying with doing this, but pull this or press this and then just immediately, you have all the time in the world really. Oh, I didn't die. It was too long before, but 1, 2, and then I'll die. You have all the time in the world to pull that off, but you just want to get down in here, and once you're down here, you don't want to go down this staircase, okay? So you have the Lutesses that will spawn in down there here in a second, and it's once that gets the bomb there, and then you can go down here. Once that banner appears, then you can go down the staircase and run over here.
When the delicious question is when.
Lives, lived, will live.
Dies, died, will die.
As you can see, Booker, the lunatics are running the asylum.
This is a whole lot of cutscene. I'll skip to the end of this, but it ends up with you grabbing Liz's hand, coming up here, talking to Liz. It's old Liz, by the way, really old Liz. And then you run out. I'll get to the end of this whole part.
Left in.
All right, so we're at the end of that. We have second Liz. That's okay.
Before she...
I think if you don't have second Liz right now, that'd be bad, because that would mean that that this is gonna bug out. So we have a Liz right there and a Liz right there. I know, crazy, right? You can run over here. Make sure you have charge on. Run about right here, and then you can charge up to that. You want to jump when you pull these levers. Sometimes you won't be able to pull them. Just jump, and you'll be able to get it. Okay, thanks. I could use ammo.
If I shut down those machines from upstairs.
And jump and pull that lever. Be careful with jumping. This is like the bird part in Monument Tower. You can jump and miss some of these shakes. I don't mess with it through here most times, because if you jump during that latter part when that loud siphon noise was being made, then the game can break and you fall through the world because it loads incorrectly.
Okay, I'm gonna fix this. You ready?
Right here is just F spamming, F F F F F F F.
Help me with this.
Tie corset.
I think someone meant for you to have this.
What is it?
Just read it.
Your dream of New York happens. It's me. I'm the one who.
She's given us a way to get past Songbird. We're gonna find an airship and we'll leave.
Booker.
We're gonna hope that Liz doesn't despawn here in a second and Booker keeps talking.
Why?
You saw what he turns me into.
Because if that happens, then you lose 50 seconds automatically. Not sure what causes it.
This is where you start moralizing, Booker. You forget. I know you.
I'm not going to let you kill him.
Really? Booker? What are you going to do to stop me?
Not a damn thing.
Okay, yeah, everything's fine.
Because I'm gonna do it for you.
Okay, we have Liz. We're gonna start wanting to lower our health a lot. There we go, that's perfect.
When did you learn that?
I've been here for a while.
How long?
Long enough. All yours.
Okay, so I'm on a different save right now because I skipped some cutscenes.
Cipher that I understand.
So when I get up here, I'll show you another place where you can grab upgrades.
Did she say anything about this?
No.
I'll show you the main strat when you get up here. So, there's the Hand of the Prophet. Or, the Hand of the Prophet's up there, what am I talking about? But you request for Liz to unlock this the moment she gets started. I forgot to fire the first shot.
Find a way
But
forward.
usually you'd wait for that and then just kill yourself. The moment that like her pick gets in there, you just kill yourself. Or right when you spawn into this area, if you have 2 shots left, just shoot right when you come in here. But if you'd like, you can come over here to the armory and you can buy any upgrade that you need. I think I'm gonna get damage boost 2, radius increase, and I'm also gonna get second damage boost for you. And if I have enough, there's the repeater. We're gonna get the damage boost for the repeater.
Terrifying the descent as gravity drags you
In case we use the repeater during the final fight.
What's that sound?
Look! Take cover!
Look around you, Elizabeth.
Wait for this guy to drop down and just start shooting him.
You are my air and my blood. And what has DeWitt ever done for you? To him, you are now what you always were. A
Doesn't really matter how fast you go through this part, because the ship, I think, is bound to come any point. I'm also not going to show you deck skip, because deck skip isn't really all that viable, and if you want to see how to do deck skip, you can watch my video on it. And if that doesn't tell you how to do deck skip, then just come to me personally and I'll show you how to do deck skip if you really think your computer can pull off deck skip.
Hey, look. It's a shuttle that can take us to the hand of the Prophet.
Yeah, that's what we're on. It takes a while if you do it as fast as I just did it. No matter what, it will take a bit. But once you're up here, you can just mess around. You have all the time in the world here. I like to think that someday I'll pull off
Do you think
a super jump or a rail boost thing.
redeem the kind of things that we've done?
Redeem? I don't see much use in that.
There you go. And wedge yourself into things using skyline hooks. I'm gonna switch over to shock jockey and go. Too bad I'm bad at this game.
Another gunship on the left.
But yeah, you just want to throw out shock jockey at those dudes when they're coming, and then shoot them once.
Look, it's the box coming to attack the flagship. Salt, here! Catch!
That'll do.
There will be a ship down there, you can almost see it, and it will come up here right after these dudes. Pretty sure. Yeah, those dudes have to finish tussling it out. You can kind of see the ship, it's right down there.
Look out! More of them!
Is it? Oh yeah, it comes first, and then those dudes come. I think there's a dude over on our ship. No, these dudes will come down here. Oh, there's another ship too.
Watch out on the right!
What the heck? Why are these shots going so high? I think it's because my ship is going up and their ship is going down at the same time, so the gravity looks weird.
There it is. We need to land.
Now that we're up here though, are you ready to do this? So these are
Drop me off.
old strats, but this is just how you do it if you're not doing deck skip. It's not super complicated, it just takes a while.
Where do you? Look! There's skylines all over.
No skip or anything. You can get on top of the skyhook, by the way, and you can jump off a little bit early.
I wouldn't go near those lines while those pods are in place.
Comstock is at the top of the ship. Let's head up.
Look at this child. There's something about him.
This should clear up.
Some people kill themselves here. No idea why. You can get to the back of the ship before. Also grab health. Like, you have all the time in the world to get back to the back of the ship. There might be actually a reason why people kill themselves. I haven't asked, but it doesn't seem to save any time to me. Jump up here, hop off immediately, you can go like that, and you press that button. Usually deck skip would skip this, but if you're not doing deck skip, you just go over here and wait.
Something's wrong.
It's pretty boring.
Slowly.
Not much to do.
Gonna have to wait it out.
Some guys might come and try to talk to you and
That's one
mess
quarter
around,
of the
but
pod's
it's
ejected.
pretty boring otherwise. 1/4 of the pods ejected. Yeah. You can see how slow they're going. I'm gonna go ahead and When she's spooked like this, she's clippable. Oh, a lot of dudes fighting it out elsewhere. What is that? Okay, we should be able to jump up here soon.
3/4.
Up 3/4. Jeez.
Patriot, over there!
Alright, now we can go up there. And jump off and you head over here.
But you've always had a
Tech skip just skips that waiting part, basically. So, this is my least favorite skip in the game. It's the one that I'm most inconsistent with. I'll probably even mess up a bit while I'm showing you right now, but I'll try to explain it to the best of my ability. Oops, there we go.
Silence the prophet's cap.
You've come to wipe your slate clean, false shepherd. But time
You
will walk
drop off here, and then you get back on it, and now this part of the level has loaded where there's the final fight stuff, but you just hop up here. Feel free to start lowering your health, by the way. Jump once, right down to here. Now this part's hard. You're gonna want to walk sideways or walk out into this next area. And you're gonna want to pause while you're in midair. So go like this, and then drop down. All there is to it, but it's really difficult. Sometimes you land up there, but sometimes you can get caught in things. You can get caught in that platform. You get caught in these beams. It's difficult. Bring yourself down to one sliver of health. Make sure you don't run into this doorway at all, or else this can be difficult. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to jump, press F, and to enter the door, and shoot. So, jump, press F, shoot. So, that kills yourself, but you're also opening the door. And now you're in here. It's kind of difficult to pull off, but if you just do what I said, you'll be able to do it.
What's this?
And then you just wait. They have a little dialogue session here, but in the meantime, if you want, you can super jump.
Grave, there was a smaller one. They were training me. Maybe that's why I can't. When I was little, I used to be able not just to open tears, but I could create new ones. To anywhere I wanted to go. In the tower.
So she's gonna do a little dance. Nope, she didn't do the dance. She sometimes just walks in circles here. Didn't do it this time around. Thank you, Liz.
This is between me and him.
Walking into a trap.
I need to do this.
Come here, child. Oh, come on, I don't bite. My, oh my, how you have grown.
I guess me walking in her way made her go off course a bit. They'll have a little discussion, and then you'll be able to interact with them while they're fighting. In the meantime, you can just do whatever you want. I think you can actually already go back there.
Let go of her.
Yeah. Because we went through there, we did that skip. You're gonna walk through this, even though this is gonna open once we're done with what we're doing. And then there's a door up there you can also go through.
And drown in flame the mountains of man. But the Archangel revealed something else. Beware, prophet. Beware the false shepherd, Booker DeWitt. For he shall be as a wall between her and destiny. DeWitt, I'm a fool. I've sent mighty armies to stop you. I've rained fire on you from above. I did all of that to keep you from her, when all I needed was to tell her the truth. Ask him, child.
Okay, now they're gonna start their little tussle, and we're gonna wanna go.
Ask DeWitt.
You bastard. I am angry at you. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, jeez. That game's pretty hardcore. right after that, if you did the skip correctly, go like this, go up here,
You tell me, what did he mean about my finger?
and then you'll be able to walk right through here and interact with the steering wheel.
Just assumed you were born with it. I don't know.
Paige, what is that?
Now what?
It saves like 20 seconds, I think. It doesn't save a whole lot of time. 20, maybe 30. You can also clip inside of this guy now. Normally you wouldn't be able to. This is the final fight. It's pretty boring. I haven't actually done the final fight in a couple of months. So I'm gonna probably be pretty garbage at it, but I'll just try to explain what you're trying to do. Trying to remember. I think you use Songbird on the first ship, and then the next one, and then you want to use on the Zeppelins. There's only one Zeppelin that you should take down by hand. But if you need more help with this, there's tons of runners that are willing to help you, like, refine your fights.
I need you to protect me. Will you do it? Will you do this for me? Just this one last thing. Please. Go.
Okay.
Go, go! Booker, he'll help us. We can use him against the Box fleet.
And then we get to drop down here. Should be able to cast the bird out onto them, shouldn't we? Oops, okay. Now we have Songbird on our side. We're going to use him on that.
Booker, gunships.
Get ready!
You're just going to try to kill all the dudes that you see.
Found ammo.
Okay, now I'm going to switch to this.
Catch, Booker.
That'll do.
Whoops.
Charge. Songbird is ready, Booker. Over there! The box!
We need this tactic gunship.
There's more of them! In case you need it.
Alright, so, yeah, you don't want to use it when I used it, but...
Zeppelin!
Alright, and now we should be able to go up here. Use that on that Zeppelin. Can I get that salts again, please?
Catch, Booker!
Alright, now we're going to want to head up here and get ready to take down the only one that we take down with melee. Up over here, if you have ammo, you can sugar rush boost through here, but I'm going to switch to charge. Run in here, just go down to this guy. Sabotage engine. Now, if we got this right, we should be able just to... Hopefully... No, it's too far away. Sometimes you can jump to the thing, but sometimes you can't. Take down that gunship, and then hop down here, and you're just going to take down all these guys as fast as you can. Do. I want to kill the Patriots first. And then you want to kill... Uh-oh, where are they? There's one back there, and then these guys are going to spawn in now too, because it was... Wait, nope, I guess not. Looks like there's still one left somewhere. Nope, okay, that's everyone. Right? Yep, there it is, okay. So now that everyone's dead, you just hope Liz comes down here as fast as possible. There she is. And come to the bow. And then this is the end of the game. The end of the game takes about 11 minutes. It's just...
Booker, come here.
just slow.
Look.
A slow ending.
Onward to bring the whole damn thing down. Destroy the siphon.
And that's what you want.
It's the only way we'll find the truth. About my finger, Comstock, everything.
Tear it down. Tear it all down.
The Whistler! Elizabeth! The bird, Elizabeth! I lost control! He's coming!
No, he isn't.
Where is he? Where is he?
Alright. So this last part of the game is going to be really slow. It's just understand. There's one skip. I don't know if I should show you guys. It's not... I don't even know if I could get it. I'm not good at it. I don't even know if it saves time. You might recognize this part of the game. This is from BioShock 1. We're in Rapture now. As you can see, we're underwater. Most of you have probably played through the game. If you're trying to learn how to speedrun it. That's a weird super jump. You can actually see a little sister and Mr. Bubbles out there. Small Easter egg.
One of many.
You don't want to come out this way though.
This way.
This way.
You mean it's a doorway?
Do we have to let her through first? I think we might have to.
Come on. Yes, it's this way.
No, we can go through first. Cool.
Is there an answer here? Do you?
Down here. This is where we have to go.
Why? What is going on? Elizabeth, what do you mean this is a doorway? Probably gonna regret this.
I'll have to show you.
City at the bottom of the ocean. Ridiculous.
Look at that. Thousands of doors. Opening all at once. My God, they're beautiful.
The stars?
Come on. Come on, it's this way. Come on.
Are you going to open?
It's no good. Damn it. I thought once we were here, I fully
Our game's really straightforward, but there is still some things that you just want to be aware of when you're going through here that I'll talk about.
It's always been there. I just couldn't see it.
For some reason, we're able to clip through Liz. That's not normal, I don't think. Not during this part of the game, but
See?
yeah.
Not stars. They're doors.
Doors to...
To everywhere. All that's left is the choosing.
Okay. Here you can go forward or right, your choice, it doesn't matter, it's the same length.
Who are...
There are a million worlds.
You can jump through here. If you have fleet feet, it is actually faster to walk sideways or backwards.
There's always a lighthouse.
But it doesn't matter because this area, it's scripted, so we won't be able to.
I can see
We
that.
won't be able to open this door for a couple seconds anyway.
Me, Columbia, songbird. But sometimes something's different, yet the same.
Constants and variables.
Yes.
So there would be a skip up here, but
Not exactly.
I'll go for it. If I get it, I'll try to explain it.
Land on the same shore. It always starts with a lighthouse.
I don't understand.
We don't need to. It'll happen all the same.
Why?
Up here, it's fastest to go for that lighthouse. Go left and then right.
Yes, it will.
There's so many choices.
They all lead us to the same place. Where it started.
No one tells me where to go.
Booker. You've already been.
Okay, we're gonna jump open this door. I'm gonna jump backwards. Nope, I didn't get it. But usually, what would happen is you'd go back and what is it? You like teleport back to where I just was. But then there's you can go back down the boardwalk and go to the other lighthouse that I didn't go to, and you can enter through the door, and then you'd be able to interact with him immediately. I am able to go through every person.
Are you ready to be
I don't know why.
Take my hand.
No, I don't want to.
You already did, didn't you?
Are you ready to be born? Do you hate your sins?
I do.
Do you hate your wickedness?
Yes.
Do you want to clean the slate, leave behind all you were before, and be born again in the blood of the
Yes.
Lamb? Jesus, wash this man clean. Father, make him
Stop
born
it.
again. Lord,
Stop it.
what
No.
are you doing to it? Get off me! Get off! Son!
You didn't go through with
You
it.
think a dunk in the river's gonna change the things I've done? Let's get out of here. Hey, these doors of yours, they're all tears, right? Well, open one up. Open one up to Paris. I want to be shut of all this.
Not until we find Comstock.
Comstock's dead.
No. He was here. This way.
Don't jump when you're entering this door.
And what of my debts?
In fact, don't jump before entering any other door throughout the rest of the game.
This is the man who hired me to find you.
Really?
Yes. The girl for the debt.
There was no baby.
This is wrong. What is this? There's no baby. I remember. No, there was no baby, and if there was, I sure as hell wouldn't give it over to this guy.
Booker, you don't leave this room until you do.
Do it. Time is running short. Bring us the girl, and wipe away the debt.
Go ahead.
No.
You can wait as long as you want. Eventually, you'll give him what he wants.
How do you know all this?
I can see all the doors, and what's behind all the doors. And behind one of them, I see him.
Comstock.
Oh, and then now you want to go and interact with this guy. Sorry, I'm on my phone because this part of the game is really fucking boring.
Comstock washes you of all your sins.
Immediately interact with the door, and you're in the boat.
Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt.
There was no baby. The deal was I go to Columbia to get you.
Booker, you're bleeding.
Oh. I remember what I remember.
Now we've upset him.
I don't expect this next bit will do much for his mood.
Come on.
You now go up here.
What are we doing here? Comstock's dead. We can just go on with our lives. You don't need
Dead? You mean like Chenlit? Like Lady Comstock? No. He is alive in a million.
Now we go to the alley.
It's not over because the prophet is dead. It will only be over when he never even lived in the first place.
Hey. Hey, the deal's off. You hear me?
Rather unstable.
The deal is off. Give her back. Give her back.
Fine, are you mad?
Give her back, you son of a bitch.
It's ready! Go!
No. No, no, no.
Shut down the machine!
No.
Shut it
Anna!
down! Shut down the
Anna!
machine! Now do it!
Give me back my daughter! No! Anna.
The moment you load into this area, you can interact with the door and sigh.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's really dark in here. I don't know why.
Anna's gone. You shared this room with your regret for almost 20 years.
Avoid standing too close to this wall, because you can soft lock. Just stand right here.
A chance for us to be together.
And walk towards it. There you go.
I told you it would work.
We already know it works. The question is, will he?
Anna. So sorry, Anna.
You suppose he branded himself as some sort of penance?
Should have.
Don't see the point. What's done is done. What's done will be done. I suppose the brand is his hair shirt, as he is ours.
Wipe away the debt. Bring us the girl. Wipe away the debt.
See,
Bring us the
he's
girl.
starting to put his story together.
Wipe away the
You're quite fond of this theory of yours.
He's manufacturing new memories from his old ones.
Well,
Wipe.
the brain adapts.
I should know.
Bring us
I
the
lived
girl.
it.
Wipe.
Booker, wake up. Booker, wake up. This is where it started.
I sold you. I sold you.
To your credit, you did try to weasel out of the deal.
This is all Comstock's fault. What if I went back? Killed him before he did any of this?
Things get set in motion.
How would one know how far back to go?
That's
This is the end of the game. Time will be called once you enter the door up here. So,
bitch in his crib.
going to this. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you for learning BioShock Infinite. I know this wasn't the most in-depth tutorial, but if you have any problems, you can always come to me and just ask. Like, I'll be willing to help. So the moment you enter the door, it would be time called. So this is the end of the game.
Are you sure this is what you
Have to. It's the
There's a couple small skips that I've found that I didn't include. Mostly because they're like skips that save 5 seconds, but if you mess them up, they lose you a minute. Like, there's a couple of skips like that where I didn't go into them. But if you look through my YouTube channel, you can find a lot of those skips. They're not, I don't recommend them, but if you really want to save those extra seconds, feel free to learn them.
to walk away, but in other oceans,
But
you didn't.
enjoy speedrunning BioShock Infinite.
You were born again as a
So, thank you guys for watching. See you guys.
It all has to end.
Oh, also, other people that you can talk to. Prototype Alpha is always there to help with anything.
Before you are
Just go on to speedrun.com for BioShock Infinite, and you'll have resources for just about everything. I've also made a video on how to install HRH mod, and I've made many videos explaining how to do some of these skips individually, including the first HOH deathwarp. So if you need to learn that one, watch that video. or just ask me and I'll tell you how to do it in person. Thank you guys. See you.